So this video is going to help INFJs maintain sanity with their business relationships because INFJs are so important. We need them to be running businesses because they're unlike anyone else in the world. But at the same time, there are certain things that get in their way, and we'll talk about this today. I'm Amelia Harshfield. I help INFJ leaders maintain themselves, regardless of what situation they are in. And some signs that INFJs are doing this is they are getting quite cold with other people. So they're generally warm, generally caring with other people, but they get into this very like black and white state with people. So that's like they can shut people out. They can feel like they need to fire the person. They can feel like they need to sever the relationship. So they're getting to the space of like, it's got to be this or this. That's one space that they're starting to lose lose frustrations in business relationships. They might start looking at all the things that that person's doing. So their intuition might start saying like, oh, this person's doing this person's doing this. This is why this person isn't going to be a good person. I know what's going on with this person, so they can feel like they know what's going on with the other person without asking them. So they can get real in their head about like what's actually going on. They're hyper analyzing things. So if you're spending a lot of time in your head looking at the relationship and trying to break it down, that's a sign that you might be feeling off kilter with your business relationship. You can also start to feel like you can't trust the other person. So you can feel like you can start look for signs that, oh, this person isn't trustworthy, or, oh, I can't trust this person to do this, or, oh, this person isn't trustworthy. And it's just little signs right now of like what their face is saying, or how they didn't respond so quickly, or how they maybe didn't do like they weren't so friendly with you the other day. You're like, oh, that's a sign that this, or that's a sign that I can't trust them to do that. So just be aware of what you are bringing to the table, because if you're frustrated with business relationships, that's okay. That's okay to be frustrated with this. But if you aren't looking at how you are contributing to that situation as well, then you're going to be putting your stuff, your baggage, your fears, your doubts, all those fun things that come into business with you onto your business, and you might be making bad decisions. I'm not telling you to not make a decision. I'm just telling you to wonder where the desire to make the decision is coming from, because maintaining business relationships are really important, especially if you're trying to build, if you're trying to grow, if you're trying to help people in a way that like lights you up, because you can't do that if you're sabotaging yourself, and then you're going to be frustrated, and then you're going to feel like you're not getting anywhere. So I want to stop you from doing that. So just pause, take a breath, like let's look at what is actually causing you to be frustrated with the relationship, and is there anything you can try to change before, rather than just feeling like you need to end it, or feeling like this person's wrong, or feeling like you can't do this, because that might be right, but there are other possibilities out there. Like you could talk to the person about what's going on. You could email them and say, look, I've got these frustrations. What can we do about this? There's that possibility. There's the possibility that you could see what's going on with them. So you might ask them like, hey, things seem to be off. Is everything okay with you? So you can show empathy towards the other person. And this can help soften that part of you that gets quite critical and quite like thinking that it knows best with other people. It's like that might be the case, or there might be other options out there, but you don't know that until you test it. So slow down. I understand business relationships are frustrating. I get it. I've been there so many times, but at the same time, you are contributing to this yourself. And if you don't know how to get yourself out of the way, then you're going to put yourself and your business into positions that you don't want to be in. And then you're like, well, then you're frustrated, and then things are going off kilter. So it's like, let's maintain your sanity, figure out what you need from the relationship, figure out what's off, and what could you actually ask for a change when it's off, rather than just throwing the person out. So that can help you maintain yourself, your sanity, without completely sabotaging the relationship, because there is a sense of control with throwing people out. A lot of INFJs do that. I'm just done. But if they're not looking for what they're bringing to the table, then they're going to keep getting themselves into these patterns that they don't probably want to be in. They're not usually healthy relationships that they get into these patterns with. And then they wonder why they're not feeling heard, they're not feeling seen, they're not feeling reciprocation from the relationships. It's like, well, could it be you being involved in this? So slow down, focus on what you need. And if you keep doing this after this video is done and you watch this and you know that you're doing this, then that's you being a jerk to yourself. So what I'm saying is, you're contributing to your life. If you can change that, then you can get different results. You can get better relationships. You can learn how to work through conflict. You can understand that you might not know everything about people, but that's only possible if you're willing to change that. And that's on you. So if you want help with understanding what's going on with yourself, so you can approach the person directly and respectfully, write info below on the comment, and that can help. I'll give you a free training that you can tap into these different parts of you that I work with clients with, so they know what's going on with them. They hear the different voices, because it can be tough to understand what's really going on with us, even though we're frustrated with relationships. So thank you for watching. I hope you're having a great new year, and I will see you on the next video.